My name is Anne Wagner. I am in charge of the Corporate Research and Development Department for the company Tereos. Tereos is a French cooperative owned by beet farmers, and we process not only beets, we also process cereals in Europe. We process tapioca in South America, we process sugarcane in Brazil and Africa, and also some cereals in Asia. So it's quite a big corporation, making 4.5 billion euros turnover. And my job is covering, actually, in terms of R&D, all the activities of Tereos, going from the agricultural part to the process side, down to the application segments and the customer support. I think they will help different things. In our kind of industry, which is first and second level transformation, you are in big markets, big volumes. Part of our portfolio is commodities. So here you are hunting for improvements in productivity, in process costs. So you're always looking for new technologies to improve existing process. So that's one side. The other side is looking to new technologies to be change gamers and being able to extract some other components. And here, I mean, the developments are very interesting in terms of extracting with less processing aids, using less water, using less energy. That's for the industrial processes, but obviously on the agricultural side, there's a lot of things going on also in terms of sustainability and using less pesticides, mechanization, control of the fields and so on. The biggest opportunities, besides, I would say, the incremental development, which is productivity, cost improvements, is processing new raw materials. So for a company like ours, which are COPs, why not some farmers having some straw, some wood, which we so far not process? Why not process also those and extract, for instance, sugars from those raw materials? And come back to our core business, which is valorizing then the sugars, either directly through chemistry or through fermentation, for instance. If you go to the food segment, here what we are facing is a clean and clear label for our customers. So green processes, very short processes, not much transformation, natural as much as possible, even bioproducts. When you go to the chemical sector, you have a trend which is similar, green tax, but here you have a strong competition versus petrochemicals. And if you start from natural products, you start with a lot of oxygen in your products. When you start from petrol or gas, you have only carbon and hydrogen. And the oxygen is zero value. If you start from a sugar, oxygen is half of the weight. So here you have big competition in terms of raw material costs and then all the processing costs which add up. So here it's really a question of competitiveness. And I think a lot of the chemical sector is not accessible today from natural raw materials if the prices need to remain at a reasonable level for the consumers. I think it's difficult. You have always two ways. You implement it through regulation and people must use it and that's it, and they pay the price. Or you leave technologies develop and you push or you promote this kind of products. And I think that's probably the best way. Promoting them in the mind of the consumers. What are the new biomaterials? What are the new bioplastics? How are they being produced, and giving a kind of green premium, but which is not necessarily an economical incentive, saying that's a more green product than the other one, and that we have a pull from the consumers, of course, but then we still need to be competitive. So here technological development and maturity of the technologies is very important, because that's in a kind of cycle of development. You are at a high price when you start at the pilot, when you have your first plant that's also usually not competitive. Then with 5, 10 years, 15 years, technology maturity makes that you bring the price down. I think the added value is, well, I'm an R&D person, so I think BIOKET is nice. It's the first edition, but so far it seems very technical. which for a person like me is very interesting. I think a lot of these meetings are being transformed more in business opportunities and than in technical opportunities. And what we are looking for is actually new technologies, not particularly a new product, but why not new technologies? And I think that's the specificity of what BIOKET seems to be so far. And that's great, I think, and new.